So we just got our progression distributor from the Bluetooth billet distributor from AutoWorks. I was super stoked about this to hopefully figure out my ignition issues and make the car run better. Oh, what do we got? So we got the coil, high output coil, the wiring. Go over the wiring in a minute. I'm trying to open this, but so they sent us both caps because they weren't sure which style wires we were having. I actually have the set on my car is female socket, and the set in the trunk that I'm going to replace it with is the male socket like that. So I'm glad they sent both caps. But that's pretty, huh, Turner? So the vacuum port, wiring. Whoa, that's pretty, huh? Yeah, I can't wait to get this thing installed. But so the wiring, I just confirmed with Matt at AutoWorks. We were talking on the phone last night about getting this thing installed. So the wiring is pretty simple. The gray wire is the tach that just plugs in there and then goes to the tach. And then this wiring kit, it's all super clean. It's gonna clean up my wiring a bit. Hey turkey, what are you doing? So red is positive coil, yellow is negative coil, and black is ground. So super simple, clean little wiring kit. That's awesome. Then we'll be good to go. So hopefully I'll be installing this thing either today or tomorrow or probably today. But I'm excited to get this thing in. Turner, are you excited too? Yeah? Peanut butter face? So what's really cool about this distributor is that so it's Bluetooth and it connects straight to your phone, and what I can actually do is turn off the ignition system with my phone and lock it out. So right now what I've been doing for my anti-theft measure is popping the cap off the stock distributor and taking the rotor out so there's no ignition. So if somebody tries to steal the car, there's no ignition, they'd have to tow it. But now I can just completely turn it off and don't have to worry about it. I don't have to get under the car and mess with anything. And then also it has mapping, ignition mapping. I know, you want to play. Ignition mapping straight to your phone, so you can in real time edit and tune your ignition even while you're driving. So that's pretty cool, especially for just being just being a distributor. It's not like some big ECU or something, or some kind of funky ignition system. But yeah, so that's really cool, and we're really excited to dial in the car a little more and get the most out of it. Oh, okay, we'll put it away. So if your harmonic balancer is anything like me, it was very hard to see those lines. They actually say 3, 6, 9, 12, so it doesn't look like it from this angle, but I put it just before or just after the 9 on the compression stroke. So I took the number 1 spark plug out, put my finger over it so I can feel it pushing air in the compression stroke. This guy is set to number 1, so now I should be good to pull that guy out and stab the new progression one in. So for this harness, I just cleaned off that spot behind there for the ground to the engine. Red goes to the positive of the coil, yellow goes to negative of the coil. Easy enough. So that plugs into the distributor and goes to your tach. I already marked. That's number 1 right there. So I'll put it at a little bit of an angle before I stick it in so it'll straighten out. So those gears on the bottom there. So as my friend Matt says, never going dry. So a little bit of oil on that O-ring. Something that's super ultra important is that we have 12 volts to the positive on the coil. I'm trying to show you guys. I just wired up a relay because I didn't want to deal with trying to get under the dash and stuff. But we're about 12.24. So I connected to it, used my pin, and I'm gonna go for the first start. We'll see what happens. It's alive! So there is my timing table, RPM across the bottom. You go here. I got my phone in dark mode, so it's hard to see. See in real time the RPM, map, timing advance. App open, key is off, key on, and hit scan, we'll connect. So I'm pretty excited about this feature. Let's lock the ignition, complete ignition lock, turn off ignition within 20 seconds. Okay, how? Turn it off. Let's see if it'll start. Freaking beautiful. Let's connect. Let's unlock it. Ignition is unlocked.